Good morning, traders. Welcome back to another live stream. If you are new, my name is Zach. This is Real Deal Futures. Before we hop on these charts, hopefully you guys can hear me today because last stream I started this one with no sound. Hopefully you guys can hear me. Before we get started, make sure you read what's on the screen. Trading is risky. Most traders do lose money. I'm not a financial advisor. I do not provide financial advice or make suggestions or recommendations of any kind. Everything I do is for entertainment purposes only. Do your own research. Make your own damn trading decisions. Trading's crazy. It's a crazy thing to do. You're probably going to lose all your money. Read CFTC Rule 4.41 on simulated trading, which is what this is, even if funded prop from accounts. And the affiliate and punishment disclaimer. This is I stand to make money from links and codes in my content. Can't be unbiased if I stand to make money, which I do. Important for me to note that and for you to do your own research and make your own dang decisions. Chat! What's going on, guys? We got a lot to talk about today, man. We got to talk about the Tradeify Grand Cup. We got to talk about these markets all over the place, man. We got to talk about some prop firms running some crazy deals. We got a lot to talk about, man. How you guys doing this morning? We're on nice and early, ahead of the open. We're going to get started nice and early here, guys. We got plenty of time. We're going to review the charts. If you've been following along on socials, on IG, and Discord, and YouTube, you know about my Tradeify Grand Cup experience. Frustrating as all hell. I'm going to show you guys everything. I'm going to talk about it. Super fun to trade. Very, very happy with my performance. Just a tough break. A lot of that is left up to chance. There is some element of blindsidedness when you go head to head with somebody and you can't see their P&L. You don't know how much you have to make to win. But it was fun, man. It was really fun. So we'll talk about that. First and foremost, good morning, guys. Mahin NQ, what's up? Dwayne, what's up? Good morning. Adam Daz, what's up? Paul, what's up? What's happening, guys? Ignacio, good morning, good morning, good morning. Guys, I'm going to throw my, a couple people said they don't know what I was talking about. I'm going to throw my IG here in the YouTube chat and the Kick chat, just in case you guys don't have me on IG, man. I post a lot on there, on my stories. Obviously, I post every damn day, a bunch of reels. Discord's the main hub, but I also share a ton on IG. And it's all different stuff. I try to keep it interesting. If you guys are not following along on there, feel free to smash the follow button. You also got to be on there for some giveaways that we're probably going to run later today. But, good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, fam. What's up, guys? Alan, Webb, Executive Car, Richard. What's happening? What's happening, guys? Welcome to the show. Let's talk markets first, man. Let's talk markets first, right? Let's hop out on the daily. And you can see I got some markup on my chart. No levels, no discretionary levels, all objective market generated levels. Prior week levels, prior week high, low, volume point of control, value area high, and value area low. And then we have prior day high, prior day low, overnight high, overnight low. We'll zoom in and we'll take a look at these. But just to get a view from the higher time frame, get some top-down analysis, some hop-down analysis that I like to do with you guys here. We have a little bit of consolidation, right? Where NQ is just blasting to the upside. We got, not a little bit, we got quite a bit of consolidation here on YM. We popped all-time highs, finally cracked it, swept above, and we came right back in. I don't know about that. I don't know about that. Yesterday, bullish day, but overall pretty choppy. Inside bar, right? Inside bar yesterday, and now we got an inside bar forming right now. What do I mean by inside bar? We didn't take prior day's low or prior day's high, right? Not only did we close within that range, we didn't even sweep it with a wick. Today, more chop, right? Bearish bar forming, but we are inside this high and this high. This high and this low, this high right here. You know, we're inside the last week's high as well. Overall bullish, right? But starting to chop a little bit the way that YM does, which is why I trade it the way that I trade it. Mean reversion style trading is what I like to do here on YM. Drop down to the 15-minute. Get a little bit more zoomed in here. Yesterday's session on YM, I did not trade YM at all yesterday. I was stuck on NQ for the Grand Cup. Couldn't trade YM for it. We'll talk about that in a little bit. Taking a look at yesterday's session since I wasn't live with you guys. Pretty choppy back and forth. Classic, overextension, push to the upside, set up for a beautiful short play. Really beautiful short play, right? Sweep of pre-market high, testing back in this area of consolidation, back in this daily close. Look at how nice that move back to VWAP was. Not a whole lot of movement out of this thing, right? Not a big range at all, but definitely enough to grab a little bit of profit here. And then we kind of just chopped around VWAP until the close. Pretty boring session. Similar movement today, right? We drifted lower off the open. Overall, I would argue that this is some bearish structure here, right? If we're just looking at current, pre-market, Asia, London into NYSE pre-market before we open up here in about 10 minutes to the downside. But when we zoom out, right? When we zoom out, obviously, much higher time frame trend is up. Moderate time frame trend, very choppy, consolidating, right? Maybe middle time frame trend sweeping that high, coming off back into this area of high volume. So I don't have a whole bunch of crazy expectations for today. I'm going to trade this the same way that I look to trade it almost every damn day. We don't have a lot of news. I think we had oil today, though. Natural gas and oil. Yeah, so we got through core PCE and prelim GDP at 8:30 a.m. At 10 a.m. we have new home sales. These are financial news events. That is, like medium impact, nothing crazy. Then we got natural gas and crude oil inventories at 10:30 and 12. Those are low impact, but they could be a little bit higher impact just based on what's going on in the Middle East. So, gonna trade this one straight through. Pretty standard. I can tell you what I'm looking at right off the rip. Obviously, key areas of interest are going to be overnight low, right? This pre-market low. Prior day low, which is going to be right in here. This area of interest, these levels right down here. Going to be looking into the 50,500 evens here on YM. I'd love a little sweep down here. I'd love to buy a dip, right? If we pop down here, I'm looking to buy a dip back up, right? Discretionary. Where exactly am I going to enter? I don't know. I got to see what the open looks like, right? If I knew exactly where I would want to enter, I would use a limit order, right? I'd use a buy limit. I don't. I'm going to enter with a market, but somewhere down here, right? Longs in play down into the 50,500s. I'd say like 525s at the most aggressive, like in here, right? I'd say if I'm getting involved like right here, I'm probably doing something wrong. If we crack down here off the open, potentially a little bit lower, I like that for a long back up. Gives me a way to structure risk. I think if we come through this level down here, all of this down here, if we start to break back down through this area, I think we stand the chance to run all the way back down to this big area of high volume, right? In which case we would not be sweeping lows and coming right back up to hang out in this area of high volume. I'd be wrong and I'd be taking a loss. Market's either going to go up, down, or chop around, okay? Our job as traders, or the way that I look at my job as a trader, is to find a good spot to structure risk where, for whatever fairy tale I want to tell myself, I believe I have a higher chance of one thing happening over another. That's going to be the long play. To the upside, very, very similar. I don't know that we come all the way back up here and crack prior day high, prior week high. This is an interesting spot, but same thing. Just coming outside of this area of high volume, right? You can see what we're looking at here on the visible range volume profile. Yesterday's volume point of control, temporary volume point of control. Prior week, we got a volume point of control in here. I'd be looking for a crack outside of all of that high volume and then to move back in, right? Same deal. If I'm wrong, I'm going to be dead wrong. If we don't do that, we start to close outside of here, we push to the upside, we're going to take off like a rocket, or we potentially going to take off like a rocket, right? Could we potentially get something where we crack like crazy up here and then come all the way back in? Sure. Wick outs are part of the game. So that's my thesis. I'm going to say shorts. I'd like it into the 900s, but I'm going to look above the overnight high level. I'd be interested in here. For a move back down to the mean. That's going to be my thesis on YM, guys. Questions, concerns, comments, hate speech, you let me know. Hopefully not the last one. YM has been a little bit interesting to work with. Took an L earlier this week on it. I was absolutely cleaning up. It's still paying me exceptionally well. But, the market goes through cycles where it gets a little bit tight, doesn't give you my entries. When it finally does, it cracks to the upside or downside, it pulls something crazy. So, we're going to take losses. That's part of the game. Not going to be a W every day. Show up, put your trades on, trade your approach, trade your strategy, journal, review, improve. That's it. Simple as that. All right? Does that make it easy? Absolutely not. But that's what I'm going to show up and do. Let's get some chart markup on... Let's get some chart markup on NQ, guys. I'm out on the daily, marking out some key areas of interest. Same stuff you see a lot of traders mark out. Overnight high, overnight low. Prior day high, PDH. Prior day low. Getting a little bit more consistent with my markup for you guys. I want to just be able to provide something that's very, very simple and repeatable. And, you know, discretionary levels are great. I love them. I actually prefer them. But just to give you guys some really clean levels to work off of. Prior day high, prior day low, overnight high, overnight low. Let's go ahead and get prior weeks. We could go out to the weekly chart if we want. Just make that high and low really easy to mark up. Let's go ahead and grab once this resets. Once it resets there. Let's go ahead and grab prior week low. Let's go ahead and grab prior week high. Often key areas of interest on the chart. A couple minutes to NYSE open here. I'm going to go ahead and mark out from the 15-minute prior week's volume profile. I want value area high, value area low, and volume point of control. Let's use the fixed range volume profile. Let's see where we are here. Where is session changeover? That's going to be the end of last week. Where is Monday, Sunday? Is it right here? Right here. This is going to be session changeover from last week, coming all the way out here. First 15-minute candle is that guy right there, Sunday the 17th. And then we're going to come all the way over here to the end of the day on Friday last week, right there, 1645, Friday, May 22nd. And that's going to give us our prior week low, prior week high, which we've already marked. Prior week, value area high. These are not really going to be of too much concern, at least for right now, unless we really start to turn to the downside because we're so damn bullish. But I'm going to mark these with some consistency with you guys. VPOC. Prior week, value area low. Bang. Charts marked up. Start to finish. Similar structure out of NQ. Really bullish, obviously. Much more bullish than all of the US indices. Just on that absolute tear to the upside. As we get ready to open up here. I'm going to watch YM off the open. We'll come back to scalp NQ if and when we feel like being absolute psychopaths. Scalp in NQ. I got a couple of accounts that I can't trade YM on at all right now. Just because I don't have data for it. I don't know why. Probably something I just have to ask for. But right here, we're in the Top 1 Futures live account, logged in through TradeOvate on TradingView. Trading another damn prop firm live account here with you guys. Gonna be looking at YM off the open. I'm just looking at the structure on NQ. We'll talk about NQ, crack a prior day high, prior day low, overnight high, overnight low. This is an interesting spot, like near the open, to look for a really aggressive reversion, but I don't know that I would take that on there. Yeah, I'm not going to mess with that this morning. Not just yet. Going to be watching YM off of the open here. Just taking a look at the way we have our presets ready to roll. We're logged in. Ready to trade with you guys here. Let's run it. Let's run it, chat. Let's see. Let's see. Market opening up in 10 seconds. Pushing overnight low right here, right now. I'm actually going to have to lower this as we come lower at the close of this candle, which is coming up right now. Looks like we do want to drive. Ooh, aggressively lower. Aggressively lower. This is going to be a quick long for me, guys. This is going to be a really quick long for me. Cracking the 500s. This is quite aggressive, but this is the area I wanted to see hit off the open. I'm going to see if we push a little bit further down here. I don't want to miss this, but cracking right through the 500s, that is aggressive. I just want to give this a second, right? Here comes the discretion. The utilization of our subjective interpretation that momentum is aggressive. I'm giving this a second to come all the way down here to Tuesday's low, which we are sweeping right in here. I could get my face ripped off on this one, guys, but I'm going to run it. I might get my face absolutely ripped off on this one, but I'm going to run this. I'm in long down here, guys. 50,453. Got my area of interest hit literally right off the rip here. We came down, traded directly to this low. We are at the low end of this range. I think this is going to be an aggressive stop out if I take it. If we are not going to bounce here, if we're not going to find buyers in here, maybe off of these 400s, 300s, we're going to rip faces to the downside and come all the way down. So my style is mean reversion on YM, coming right back up to VWAP. This presents me a really nice way to structure risk to the upside. I like it. We got it right off the open. It's aggressive. We got that momentum to the downside. I'm in. We're going to run it. Got to put our trades on without reservation or hesitation. I will sit patiently here for hours. You guys have watched me do it before. And I will put my trades on right into the open if they set up for me. So today is one of those deals. Again, I will note aggressive, right? I'm buying into selling pressure. I'm not waiting for any kind of reaction, you know, from that level. I was waiting for it to be hit. Just a split-second pause if we weren't going to run completely through it. And I'm going to look for this quick move back up to VWAP. You know, this could be a quick win. Likely going to be a quick win or a quick loss. And based on how quick this one is going to come, if I take the loss or the W, I'm probably going to hop over to some Lucid accounts and scalp NQ with you guys. My Lucid Live accounts don't have YM data right now. Probably got to ask for it. Beautiful rejection over here. I'm just running this really zoomed out on the 15-minute, taking a look here. Yeah, I think we're either coming back up to this area of high volume. You know, we did crack the high and then drift lower yesterday. We really didn't pull anything crazy in the overnight session. I like this for the reversion right back into current volume point of control, VWAP, this high volume node right here. Again, if we come lower, I'm absolutely dead wrong, and I think shorts are a huge play here, right? You could absolutely inverse me, right? Just completely fade me. And there's a pretty decent way to structure risk, right? Stop loss is way out here where I would be taking profit. And, you know, you're looking for a big move to the downside today, you know, if that's your thesis, that these markets are just going to roll over. But not how I trade YM. Not how I trade YM. So, whoa, don't want to do that. Beautiful rejection so far, man. Getting bought right back up. Buyers putting up a fight. They don't want to let it go just yet. Don't want to let it go just yet. ES rolling over to the downside here. I don't love that for my trade. We got a lot of orders to the downside here. Just taking a look at Bookmap as we climb back up higher here. Really, really, really nice rejection. Let's see if we can get a little bit of follow through. Look at that thing go. I'm not going to be super greedy on this one, guys. This is an aggressive reaction. This is the move that I want to sell back into. If we could pop right back up here, volume point of control, VWAP, you know, the low end of this high volume node in here, that's what I'm looking for, right? This consolidation, all of these lows right here, I'm looking for a tap. I'm not looking for a complete reversion. We could certainly sell off today, but I'm looking for that move to occur first, right? Maybe that's what we do. Maybe that's what we do, right? I don't care about that. I don't care about that. I care about this right here, right? I care about this move to the downside and the move back up. That's the thesis here. Beautiful. 100 points to the upside here. Let's see what we can do. Let's see what we can do. Plenty of liquidity to go and grab. Trading through the 550s here. Man, this is going to go really well or really poorly. If we turn back to the downside and aggressively come through the lows, this could start to look really ugly. But again, guys, I'm going to look for a quick close on a crack back up here. That's my thesis. Locked in right now, guys, as we are pushing back towards that 100 points of profit level. Not really enough to tap overnight low. Traded right back to overnight low. Just look at this on a lower time frame, which I really don't like to look at, but just to give you guys some more structure. Really not unhappy with that entry. It's beautiful. Beautiful rejection coming all the way back up here. If we come right through this low, this is going to look pretty ugly. Based on the speed and the momentum here, this is one of those ones where I start to debate stop loss to break even. You know, this doesn't invalidate the trade. We could easily do that. Really easily do that, but I am weary if we come back through this low that we don't hold. Not nearly enough for me to grab profit on just yet. But I'm gonna watch this with you guys here. Morning, good morning, chat. I'll check in with you guys in a second. We got to trade on right into the open here, so I'm gonna stay focused up with you guys. I'm gonna stay pretty focused up with you guys here for a second. me watch YM over here on the left-hand side. Just check through what ES is doing. Back down to VWAP on ES. NQ pop to the upside and then a turn back down. This is an interesting structure. YM absolutely dumped off the open while the other two pumped. Continuing to live in its own world. Yeah, this is a dicey one here, guys. If you watch me trade, for the most part, I'm not a fan of stop loss to break even. I find out of a large sample size, it doesn't help me. Out of a large sample size, never going stop loss to break even generates the biggest P&L for me. I have instances where I get a really good inclination to not let a trade go back into drawdown. But for the most part, I stop myself out of good trades. That's just my data collected through really, really large, numbers of trades, months and months and months and months and months of trading. So I try to avoid going stop loss to break even. It could feel really good to do this. In fact, it would feel really good to do it right now. I'm not going to do that. Got to stop myself from doing that. If we come back down through this low and break lower, I really don't like the trade as much as I do right now. But I have to trust my data that there's good spots for me to apply my discretion and intuition and subjective interpretation within entries, within analysis, within trade management, stop loss adjustment, really at any point, or closing my trade out for a loss at any point. Outside of some really rare scenarios, for the most part, is just doesn't help me. Just really doesn't help me. So I like to make that clear, talk through what I'm doing and why, right? If I watch this thing come all the way back down and stop me out, it's going to be one of those ones that potentially could have been a stop at break even to save a full loss. But I have to trust my data. I think that's all we can do as traders. Review what you're doing well, right? What's helping you. Review what you're doing that's not helping you. Try to do a little bit more of what's helping you, a little bit less of what's not helping you. Wide stops, wide take profits, right? Higher time frame moves. I got to let this thing move. I would have loved for that to continue, though. That would have been really beautiful. I would have loved for that to continue and give me the quick crack right back up to VWAP. That's the W right there. Beautiful entry. Only had to take 63 points of heat on this. It actually did show me, what's the entry here? 53. Let's be exact. Oh, 53. This showed us 104 points of profit, little over 500 bucks to the upside. Not enough. Just not enough, man. Looking for this move right back in here, which I think is very reasonable. Right back in here. Even the low end of this current volume point of control, VWAP, right back through this area of low volume for a quick crack right back in here. That would be enough. That would be enough. Now there's another thesis that says hold on to this, right? There's another thesis that says, hey, dude, this could be a beautiful crack of the lows, shake out weak longs, take everybody out of this bullish movement, and this is the move we need before we just run the upside. It's really not my thesis here on YM. I like to hold my trades longer. I love the overnight swing plays on YM, on NQ. This just really isn't one of them. So just to talk through trade management, take profit areas, stop loss areas. I try to articulate everything that I do as well as I possibly can so you guys can understand it and say, hey, that's great, or hey, that sucks. I'm going to do the opposite. Watching ES here. Trying to take out some liquidity to the downside. 650s. Just watching Bookmap here. Man, buyer's trying it. Buyer's trying it. Really happy with my entry on this one. It's tough to buy a dip like that, but I have confidence in my approach, confidence in my strategy, so I'm happy to do it. I'm happy to talk about the risks of getting my face ripped off as I do it. But this is a beautiful reversion. These guys are trying it, man. Decision-making time, chat. We gonna pop back to VWAP here? We coming back down through this low? I don't know that these guys have it in them today. We really got to go now. That would be great before 9:45 to get this. Don't know that we get it. ES pushing lows here. Chatty McChat, guys. What's up? How we doing today, guys? Man, oh man. Chat, what's up, guys? Good morning, everybody. Green in the accounts, like button smash. Let's enjoy the day. Rob, I appreciate you, bro. That's awesome to hear. Dumond, what's up? Sand the Trader, what's up? Yeah, man, smash the like button, guys. We're going to give some accounts out in a little bit. You know the drill. Run the likes up. Run the likes up, we'll give some accounts out. We got some account giveaways rolling. I think we're going to take a quick W and give some accounts out. I don't know, bro. I don't know. I can't tell you what's going to happen. I can't tell you what Trump's about to say. But maybe we smash the like button and maybe we give out some accounts. I don't know. Maybe we get some people funded today. Rob, what's up? Fast Money, what's up? Purple Ninja, what's up? Morning gang, fam, friends, what's happening? Gus, what's up? Where can we get your volume profile settings? I will give you them here in just a minute after I watch this trade, which is back 100 points, $500 in profit. You can also go to my YouTube. You're here on YouTube. You can watch my videos on visible range volume profile and session volume profile, where I break down all of the settings. Let's go! Run it up! Run it up, YM! Come on, man. Do it for the boys. Give me the 10-minute W. Oh, here we go, chat. Here we go. Gonna try not to be greedy on this one, man, but I gotta wait. Gotta wait a minute here. Gotta wait a minute here. This is the problem. This the problem, child, right here. You know what? I'm not gonna do anything crazy. I'm still gonna go for a manual close here, guys, but I am going to throw a fixed take profit in just in case we get that crack to the upside. Whoa, just in case we get that crack to the upside. Let's see what this looks like on a lower time frame. Oh, beautiful. Beautiful. If we turn back to the downside from here, that would suck, but it's part of the game. Part of the game. YM finding some buyers. Can we get it? Can we catch a little 800 some odd dollar W right into VWAP here? Can we catch it here as NQ starts to roll over? Still looking for a manual close. On the 1-minute chart, VWAP is at 614. Oh, gosh, it's going to do it to me. 614. It's at 621 on the 15-minute. That's a bigger discrepancy than I usually look at. Why? Why is it like that? It's at 619 on the 5-minute. I got to at least hold for the absolute bottom of my level. At least to the absolute bottom of my level. Chatty McChat. These are moving in complete. They're completely inverse the U.S. indices right now. YM pushing the upside as the other two sell off. As the other two start to grow, YM starts to hesitate. Crazy to watch that. Crazy to watch that. Like, here's NQ starting to turn back up to the upside off of some liquidity down here, and here's YM stalling out. Oh, dude. Coming into some sellers. Yeah, I will say, guys, at this point, if we started to come all the way back down, I don't know that I would want to let this one turn into a loss. Can we smash a TP here? Can we smash a TP? Oh, dude. Don't do it to me. Don't do it to me. Give me the 620s. Trade 10 points from the take profit that I got set for a quick crack back up into VWAP and current volume point of control. Oh, are we going to get edged here? Oh, liquidity getting pulled. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, chat. No, don't do it to me, YM. Don't do it to me. Don't do it to me. Oh, it's going to. Oh, it's going to. It's going to tickle a TP and not give it to me. What an absolute disgusting move out of YM. Let's see. Can we catch buyers and come right back through? Nope. Nope. ES. ES, push it back to the downside. That's the absolute bare minimum for this trade, guys. I'm not gonna close out ahead of VWAP and volume point of control. Super duper duper close on this one. I'm not gonna take 600 bucks at all. Absolutely insane. Let's see. Let's see how close we got. Which I don't run fixed take profits, but I did want to catch a quick crack up to the upside. 2 points. 2 points. That's how close we got today. 3 points or 2 points? Let's be exact. Let's see. As we turn back to the downside. We traded to 3 points. 3 ticks. Absolute bare minimum. If you watch me trade, you know I don't like to run fixed take profits, which is why I start with it way, way, way outside. I will say on this one, guys, I'm not going to let it come within 3 ticks, 3 points of a take profit area and come all the way back down through my stop. That is not something that I would like to do. Not going to be able to handle that. So I'm going to go break even plus a couple ticks here. Let's see. Let's see what the market's got for us. Happy to display the disgustingly frustrating action sometimes that we get out of price, where we get extremely close. It feels like somebody's watching where your take profit and stop loss is, and you get missed by a couple ticks. There's a saying that goes, don't be a DICK for a TICK, to try not to get banned on YouTube here. But this is the absolute bottom, right? I'd actually, love to hold this even further up here. But this is the absolute bottom, man, for the mean reversion. Like, I'm not even capturing, the full 200 points that I would like most of the time on something like this. Oh, my gosh, dude. Back to the 610s. Incredible. Incredible. ES chilling around the lows. Can we get it? Come on, bro. Take me out. What are we doing? What are we doing? What are we doing, chat? What is this? What is this? The market makers are watching, bro. They're watching the stream. No. No. You wouldn't do that to me. You wouldn't do 1 tick. No. You wouldn't trade 619 and then turn. Oh my goodness, chat. I'm not closing it. I'm doing it for the culture. Listen. There we go. Beautiful. Beautiful. Take profit smashed. I'm not gonna close it. I'm diamond hands in my trades. Beautiful take profit. I think we got some positive slippage on that one. Hang on 1 second. We're out for a W. Out for a W. Beautiful. Holding our trades worked out today. That was looking scary though, chat, for a second. I gotta say that was looking like it might be one of those, enough to drive you crazy. Let's see what we actually got on that real quick. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. We got 835. 835. We took 100 and W's in the chat, guys. 167 points of profit on that one. Again, holding to the baseline, the absolute bare minimum as we start to drift lower. We got something that's coming in right there. That feels like some news. Like I said, man, there's a case to be made to hold that trade all the way through the highs. That's not my thesis. My thesis is this movement right here, right? I'm not trying to anticipate a complete reversion on the day as we're dumping into the open. I'm anticipating exactly what we had go on right there, which was a clean mean reversion. Can I get the exact entry, exit, and stop from that one? Ba-da-ba-ba-da-da. Nice, guys. Let's get some accounts given away here, guys. I think we're going to give some accounts out. I don't know. We're going to have to see. This was entry down here. Actual entry price was $4.53, which was actually not great. Let's throw our standard 200 in here. Look at that. It would have given me 200. Almost. Would have given me the 200. Beautiful, man. Can't complain. Can't complain with 835 bucks right off the open with you guys, man. How we doing, guys? Anybody get long YM? W. Oh, you guys were getting scared. Phew. Thank God for the TP. Nail biter. Take profit, Zach. I'm getting anxious. Listen, let's talk about that, guys. Let's talk about that, right? Let's talk about that. For the most part, you know, if prices, you know, within ticks of your take profit, that saying holds true. Don't be a DICK for a TICK, okay? Same thing with entries, right? If you're right there for the most part, you just close out, you know, go on with your day. You really want to watch it? Do I really want to watch it come all the way back down on me? No. I'm trying to display something to myself and to you guys here that if your data shows, and look, I have more points, you know, another 30, 40 points on the board, right? If your data shows that you are closing your trades traditionally over a large sample size too early, if you're constantly clipping your trades before a take profit and you're holding all the way to the stop loss and you're never closing you're losing trades early, hold your trades. Diamond hands, you know, hold your damn trades, man. You know, if your data shows that a lot of your trades get really, really close and you end up with a lot of these, right? Then adjust. Then you say, hey, you know what? You're being greedy. Your take profits are too far out there. You know, push out. For me, I can almost always hold my trades longer. You know, it's just part of the game. So, you know, when I get close like that, I'm going to try to hold it, right? And I'm not looking to have anything frustrating happen on the stream, right? But I am happy to trade with you guys and have just a real situation where I don't get to take profit. I get really close, right? Because that's what will happen, you know, no matter where you're taking profit. You know, enough times if you trade, you're going to get wicked out for stops. You're going to get take profits that are just missed by a little bit. You know, that whole deal. WW, today they came for you, damn YM. Good morning. Went in lower than you. Manually closed for 1,040. Beautiful. Beautiful. Yeah, this wasn't a great entry. I would have liked to be entered a little bit lower here than I was. A little bit lower here. Yeah, part of it. I did wait a split second for us to just come down through this low. Oh, excuse me. We tested right down around this low. Where did I actually get in? Yeah, we tested right down around this low, and then I got in as we started to pop back up. Took a little bit of heat, and then we went. So. Nice. Nice. Digital Nukes, what's up? Tilted Gaming, what's up? Lost funded yesterday. DLL, another. Back to negative 300 on my eval. Might be done. $1,000 trade. $1,000 eval trade is good, even though I'm still down. Yeah, man. Take it slow, Mike. Take it slow. Dude, I'll take the day off work to watch my 4-year-old. Nice, dude. Morning, good morning, good morning. Cast the green. Yeah, we talked about that. Awesome. Beautiful trade. Appreciate you. And I am new, so thanks for live streaming. You know it, man. If you're new here, welcome to the show. Hop in the Discord. We're about to do something. Guys. Let's do a giveaway here. Let me see what I got from Lucid. Let me see if we could run Lucid or top one. Hang on. What do you guys want in the chat? You're in the Discord. Awesome. What do you want in the chat? What kind of giveaway account you want? You want Lucid or top 1? Both are going to be evals. It would be a top 150K Elite Daily or a 25K something from Lucid. Let me know in the chat. Yeah, 25K Flex or 25K Pro. We do either one. Let me know in the chat. And smash the like button. You guys are sleeping today, man. You guys are sleeping. Let's do, let's throw it up on the board. I gotta throw at least 60 on there, man. Boom. W. Dubski. All right, guys. We're going to do a giveaway for a... Let's see what you guys asked for. Lucid. Yeah, all right. We're going to do a giveaway for a Lucid account. Go ahead and throw... Maybe we'll do a couple. I don't know. Go ahead and smash the like button. We'll hang out for a little bit. We'll run it up to 60 likes. I got some stuff to talk about. You guys want to hear about the Tradeify Grand Cup? Oh, I don't have the Discord in chat. Do I? It's pinned to the top of the chat, guys, but hang on. Boom. Kobe Clark. Thanks, bro. Nice trade. I appreciate you, man. Let's see if it's one of those ones where I should hold to the moon. Let's see. Pam, good morning. 20 points. Cool. Yeah, because some of you guys are late. Make sure you smash the live button. Down on the bottom. There, ready? Let's do this. Smash the live and like button. Hit the live button down on the bottom left-hand side of your screen, guys. Down towards the bottom, somewhere down here, there's going to be a live button. Hit that to make sure you're watching in real time. For some reason, YouTube just kicks everybody back off, and it buffers. And that's like a waste of time. But let's talk about this, guys. First off, we're going to give away a Lucid account. We're going to give away a Lucid Flex account. Maybe a Pro and a Flex. I don't know. We're going to do some giveaways here. These are epic. These right in here, absolutely epic. Absolutely epic. Also, the direct accounts are super solid. These are straight dangerous. The Flex accounts, in my humble opinion, straight dangerous. I took insane payouts from them as far as just back-to-back-to-back payouts. Nothing huge, right? Was trading the 50Ks. You know, max payout is nothing big, right? You know, no $10,000, $20,000, $100,000 payouts, none of that. But multiple every week, back-to-back-to-back-to-back, and now moved into a live account with these guys, which I'm probably going to load up right now and trade with you. So we'll give out a couple of accounts, maybe some Flex and some Pros. I don't know. If you want to check them out, code RDF gets you 50% off all of them, including the direct accounts. But let's talk about the Tradeify Grand Cup. Let's talk about the Tradeify Grand Cup. I don't know if you guys saw the Tradeify Grand Cup. I don't know if you guys saw the Tradeify Grand Cup, but your boy was in. Let's talk about it. First and foremost, let's see where that finisher deal was. First off, guys, the Tradeify Grand Cup, it's a trading competition. You know, there's only so much that gets that it really relates to like actual real trading. But I will say there's some skill involved, right? Otherwise, everyone would be in it trying to win money for free. But this was round 1. This was the qualifier. You had to rank in the top 1,000. I put $13,000. I think I put over $13,000. Let me see if I can pull it up. Yeah, this was like towards the end. I put over $13,000 in a demo account that had a $2,500 max loss limit, trailing max loss limit. You were able to reset multiple times, but that was my balance. The final number was 803 out of 1,000. So you had to be in. Is that the top 1%? I don't know what the number is. But you had to be in the top 1%. After that, you went head to head, and I'm going to show you guys the progression because I took screenshots. You go head to head with one person, and it's one-on-one, and essentially you see their P&L 4 times throughout the day. It was 9 p.m., 8 a.m., like 12 p.m. Eastern, and then 3 p.m. So, and you only saw realized profit. You didn't see if they had a trade running. So, of course, there's different strategies. You could not trade at all and just hope the other person blows up. You can like YOLO the account, right? Just full port it. You could just trade really lightly and try to put a little up and hope the other person blows up, right? A ton of people blew up yesterday. I got a trader that could actually trade, or at least got lucky. I got a tough matchup. I'll talk about my P&L overall. But this was, let me see. Okay, when I woke up and checked at 8 a.m., I had trades running. When I woke up and checked at 8 a.m., this dude was down like $2,000, over $2,000. So I was like, oh, perfect. He's going to blow up. I'm going to take it pretty light. I'm not going to do anything crazy. I was pretty flat, like almost break even, coming into 12 o'clock, 12 p.m. Eastern, right? This was 12 p.m. Eastern, the screenshot. This was the kid. He came back from negative 2,000 to positive 2,000. He didn't trade at all until 3 o'clock. And I traded, and at 3 o'clock, here was me winning, right? With $52,305. So I figured, this was a strategy, right? Here's the fun part of it. After this point, you can't see the other person's P&L, and it goes till 5 p.m., right? So you really don't know how much you need to win. You don't want to overdo it because there's really not a benefit of just trying to trade for more money. So I figured he was going to see that and just blow up. I figured he had to trade. He had to trade power hour. He had to make at least $200 to get ahead of me. I continued to trade, and I put more money in the account. He traded just a little bit more. Here was the final. He got me by 40 effing dollars. I'm trying so hard not to curse. He got me by $40. I finished $52,600, so up $2,600. He finished $52,647. Literally $40. Literally $40. So again, out to chance. You don't get to see this stuff, right? Here's what I'm proud of. Right? Number one, to be able to get in here, even though you got to YOLO the account and trade just like an absolute complete degenerate, right? I think there's something involved with putting $13,000 in a $2,500 account, right? And then to come in first day and trade for $2,600, just so you know where I finished P&L wise, I was in the top 100 traders P&L of the 1,000. Most of them blew up. Most traders lost money yesterday, just completely. So if I didn't trade at all and I was matched up with someone that lost money, I would have won. Not many put up $3,000, $4,000, $5,000. There was a couple that put up some big profit. But I finished like 90 something out of everybody. I just happened to get somebody that finished right ahead of me. As far as the outlaws, someone asked if I was up against outlaw. No, this was not an outlaw. As far as the outlaws, half of the outlaws lost yesterday. There's 15 of the 24 outlaws that started. But outside of that, I finished with only 4 outlaws ahead of me. By way of P&L. I looked, because the bracket's all public. You guys can go and confirm this. I think it was Nick, like the Spudnik, PW, Rebecca Trades, and then I can't remember the other person, the fourth person. Kane. Kane put like $5,000 in. So that was my finish. So to finish in the top tier of all the traders in both of the rounds, and to get matched up with someone who had a tough matchup, you know, I'm not happy about it. I feel like I probably would have gotten lucky the next couple days and made it towards the finals. But part of the game, man. So I traded as well as I possibly could have. Luck was on my side for most of it because there is an element of chance. You can't decide when you're going to have a red or a green day, right? No matter how, you know, good of a trader you are. But it just wasn't enough. I probably should have YOLO'd the account a couple more times. That one is literally a rounding error, just a, you know, by chance. It's $40. But that was my Tradeify Grand Cup experience. Super fun. Shout out Tradeify. If you guys want to check them out, I'll throw the link in the chat. Code RDF gets you 40% off of Tradeify. I am trading with these guys. I'm going to be testing out the TradeC platform with them. But fun stuff. You know, fun stuff. Again, like, do trading competitions, you know, really indicate whether a person is a good trader or not? No, you know, of course not. I said that from the beginning. I said it in chat. I said it to you guys. It's fun, right? It's a fun structure. You know, making money in the markets is not trying to guess how much money somebody else made, and you have to make a little bit more in the last 30 minutes of the trading day. That really doesn't have much to do with being a good trader. But there's strategy, man. So it's funny. It was really funny. Like yesterday, I watched Brett Simba, the owner of Tradeify. He had a $25,000 bounty yesterday. If you knocked him out, you won. He posted, it was so funny. He posted like, man, I feel bad for the person that's matched up against me. They're in for a rude awakening. I'm gonna pull it up. It was so funny. And he was like, he blew up the account, but he was trying to get in the other person's head. Dude, so it was like hysterical. I saw a lot of stuff like that. Like people were like tweeting, right? Like streamers and stuff. Oh man, like you're in for it, you know, you're gonna be in trouble. Yeah, here we go. Dude, it was hysterical. I forget how much he ended up losing. But this was the tweet. This was the tweet. Whatever time this was, he had already lost mad money. He was hyping it up. I will not go down easy for the $25,000 bounty, right? He was up at the beginning, and then he goes, my poor opponent in the cup. And then he followed up, JK, I'm smoked. My fake out didn't work. He lost, like, I forget how much money. He, like, blew up. The other dude won $25,000 just for beating him. That was part of the thing. But, dude, it was funny. You know, it was really funny, so. Some fun stuff, man. Some fun stuff. You can't always get fun things like that in, you know, in the trading space, so I'm thankful when we get them. I'm thankful when we get them. Shout out Tradeify again. If you guys want to check them out, links in the chat. That's gonna come around. That you know, Grand Cup will come back around. I'm in now. Now I'm coming back with a vengeance. Now I'm coming back with a vengeance. So let's see. Ouch. Yeah. Yeah. Fun stuff. Fun stuff. Awesome job to hear. You're killing. Yeah, man. Yeah. Listen. It's not my first rodeo, not my first time trading, guys. You know, I've been doing it for a while, so it was cool to get some good results out of that. I would have loved to be in today and continuing on trading, right? You know, putting up good numbers, unfortunately, didn't help me. But only so much you could do, right? You know, you're matched up randomly, and you might get up against somebody that you know, that puts up some profit in the account. But I can't complain. Finishing, you know, top 100 yesterday, P&L wise. You know, that just shows that I got a tough matchup. Oh, great accounts when I keep them. I've been funded 4 times this month, only 2 payouts. It's not that bad. It's not that bad. 20 points, have to hop up, brother. I won't be able to stay for the giveaway. Sorry. No, the Tradeify. Oh yeah, you're talking about me in the Tradeify Cup. Yeah. Yep. Part of it, man. Part of it. Let me go ahead and load up. Here's what I'm gonna do, guys. I'm gonna go ahead and load up some Lucid accounts. We'll chill. It's still early. I don't want to wrap this up too early. We're gonna run a giveaway at 60 likes. We don't have that many people on this morning. You guys are sleeping today. Let's see what we got going. Oh yeah, we got a couple dozen people on across different platforms here. What do we got? 40 on YouTube. Another dozen on X. What up, X? Welcome to the show. Appreciate you guys for being on. And there's usually only a couple on Kick. The backup. All right, let's get Lucid loaded up. I got 2 live accounts with Lucid. I got moved live a couple weeks ago. I haven't really traded them much at all. They are break even for all intents and purposes. I opened up a couple micro trades on them. Let's go ahead and get some of those loaded up because I'd like to scalp NQ with you guys. I'd like to get scalpy on NQ with you guys. I gotta take these off, man. They're killing me. Let's see. Let's see, Chatty McChat chat. Over here on NQ, again, before I swap accounts, I'm gonna take a look at this. So we got the same markup on NQ, just to, ooh, uh-oh, news breaking, guys. Let's see what this is. Rocket candle, rocket candle. That feels like it might go. That feels like it might keep going. Wow. Wow. We got some volatility, guys, coming in. Massive rocket candle. Look at how much was left on the board. Never close your trades. There's one for Kobe Clark to tell me to never close my trades. Let's see what that was. Let's see what that was. Yep, most of Iran's proposals were accepted during recent talks. Social media reports citing YJC. Israeli Channel 13 citing. Okay, no, they're talking about that. But yeah, we got positivity, potentially positivity coming out of the Middle East. Market likes that. I'd be careful, guys. We got news breaking right here. We can still scalp, but that's gonna be aggressive. It's gonna be aggressive. Wanted to come out here and take a look at where value area high was, volume point of control from today that's forming, and value area low. We are breaking to the upside. Nice bullish structure out of NQ. Man, did we go right back through all-time highs? We're outside of this area of high volume. If we're gonna get some continuation out of that, not just reverse, this is looking like an interesting spot if we just dip our toe back in here. Insane volatility. Popped on volume on that one, guys. Okay, we got more breaking. Yeah, guys, I'd be really careful here. U.S. and Iran negotiators have reached an agreement on a 60-day deal. Understanding to extend the ceasefire, launch negotiations of Iran's nuclear programs. President Trump has yet to give his final approval. Axios reports. We also have crude oil info breaking right now, but that is that's the main one right there. U.S. and Iran have reached a deal, but Trump's final approval. But need Trump's final approval. Yeah, guys, that could go. That could send us today. Aggressive push on this one, right to the upside. I got a feeling we're going to get another comment out of this. I don't know that I want to trade it. This is the benefit of having something like News Squawk. For those of you that don't know, I got the good stuff. This is, in my humble, biased opinion, because I'm partnered and affiliated with them, this is the best source for financial news. I have not found a better source for financial news, maybe a Bloomberg terminal or something like that. This is live News Squawk. This is the dashboard. I don't have the news squawk on right now. I'm not able to stream it all day with you guys because it's a paid program. If you guys want to check it out, link is down below this video. This gives you breaking news headlines faster than anybody else. There are people waiting to read it to you, and then it's printed in the nice platform here. Faster than anything that you find, Financial Juice or anything, in my humble biased opinion. There's some other really good ones out there. I haven't tested everything, but these guys are next level. There's so much more than just the breaking news stuff, but obviously for a situation like that, that's how I'm able to get it quick. Insane. This could be a long play, guys. You know, if they come in and say Trump's going to approve or he hops on Truth Social, this thing could absolutely rip. That's a break and retest down here of overnight high. I'm gonna load up the Lucid accounts. I'm gonna load up the Lucid accounts, guys. Give me a second here. Let's throw the Lucid tag back up here. I'm gonna get out of my top one live account and I'm gonna get over to a Lucid live account. Cool. Cool. We are ready to rip. All right. Back into... This is a 50K Lucid live account. I have 2 of these from the accounts that I was trading that I got moved into. I got to hit them up to get YM data, but I'm not going to mind scalping NQ right now. I'm just going to mark out a couple of other things since I'm so zoomed in here. This is going to be a developing value area high, value area low, and then volume point of control. Let's mark it for you guys. You have to continually adjust those if you don't physically do it, but this is looking good for a long, man. We can certainly come back in and just drift. The continuation for the breakout, this is what it looks like. I don't know that I want to send it on minis. Probably not here. Probably not here. Taking a look at the real low time frames because this was a violent move to the upside, and I do like to watch the real low time frames here on NQ. I'm not going to send it for the breakout, and I'm also probably going to trade minis here, guys. Excuse me, micros. This is going to be heavy. It's going to be a little bit heavy. Yeah, I'm not going to full port the live account immediately. We're going to hop over to micros if I decide to take this. But I'm going to map it on NQ since I have it all marked up. I'm going to hop right over to micros and take it on micros. Sorry if I got some background noise as well, man. I got like a thunderstorm going on around me where I'm at. Let me go ahead and just bring this over also, guys. I think this thing's going to go. Yeah, you can actually see my data is delayed with this live account. This way you know I'm not making stuff up. I don't have YM data, CBOT data. I got to talk to him. I think you just request it, to be honest. Just want to look at this quick again. Yeah, guys, like, I don't know, man. We're either going to go run all-time highs or we're just going to come right back in on this. It's going to be a knee-jerk reaction that the market like really doesn't care about, for lack of a better term. Coming right back in on it so far. Just taking a look around at all of these on the higher time frames. 15-minute. ES sweeping highs coming right back in. I'll wait a second here. Let's talk about NQ, though. Let's talk about NQ. Bullish structure here. Bullish structure here. I might like a retested VWAP on this. I'm not going to take it for a breakout way up here with a stop loss just in here. I'd like a retest. I'd like a retest down a little bit lower. This is an interesting spot, like right in here. Not to overmark the chart, but I'm going to overmark the chart. This is an interesting spot right in here for a simple break and retest continuation style trade. We got some consolidation from overnight session, some consolidation from yesterday. You can see this general level that's put in. That would be more aggressive above VWAP all the way down here, right? This volume point of control would be another interesting spot, this area of high volume right in here. But I'm curious to see if we retest this. We get a wick down. As we come lower, I'm going to look for a reaction. I'm going to look for buyers to step in down here and structure it with a tight stop down below that stop. I'm going to give you guys some sauce, little inside sauce on NQ, what I'm working on. What I've been working on. NQ is, you know, second to YM for me. Much more opportunities, much more aggressive, you know, much faster pace. But the nature of prop firms is, you know, you got to trade them. You got to trade them, right? But what I'm looking for here is a continuation, right? Bullish structure overall, back above VWAP, opening up to the upside, bullish news, pulling back down for potential continuation of this higher time frame, lower time frame, you know, moderate trend. What I like to wait for on NQ is a little bit more than on YM. I just do it on a very low time frame. Where YM, you saw me buy into selling pressure, right? Go back and watch. I bought as we're dropping, right? I'm not waiting for low time frame, 1 minute, 30 second, 5 minute candles or anything like that, you know, for a reversion, right? A complete reversion. On NQ, first off, usually I'm going to look for a continuation. But as I'm going to look for a pullback and then continuation, instead of trying to buy over here like I do on YM with real wide stop, real wide take profit, right? On NQ, I'm probably ending up buying over here with a tighter take profit, tighter stop loss, looking for, you know, more of that buying pressure to continue in the direction of the trade. So lower time frame candle closures can help with that. Again, I'm going to get really zoomed in here, but as you know, we're starting from higher time frames, right? Looking at the daily, looking at the 15-minute, and then we get real scalpy down on lower time frames. Kind of what I'm looking for right here is we got really close to that zone, tapped value area high. Let's see. I'm going to give this a second, but I just want to see down around this zone. We might get into a little scalpy trade here. At very least, I'll map them out with you guys. You know, this is the first set of buyers stepping in. There's a play right in here, right? Literally right in here. Super tight down here. Stop loss outside. You know, looking for a move back towards these highs. You know, on a move back up. It's probably a take profit in here. Right, as we come back up into this consolidation. But this is something that I'm going to do on micros and run with a lower risk in these live accounts. But that would be trade idea number one. I'm not jumping into this. Not jumping into this just yet. But that's it playing out. Just starting to frame, let's starting to frame what this looks like on micros in this volatility. That was nice. Something along those lines, maybe with a take profit right in here, right, to start scaling out, and then move back towards those highs for that breaking retest. All right, we can run 5 micros. We'll get some micro trades on in here. Again, guys, I'm gonna watch this on NQ, and it's gonna be fast if and when I get something. I'm not in love with this. I'm not in love with this just yet, so I think I'm gonna wait. I think I'm just gonna wait. Talk to you guys, and we will give some accounts out whenever you guys want to smash the like button. What did we say? 60 likes? Yeah, that looked pretty nice. Close. Close. Maybe if we got a little bit of a closer dip to VWAP, I would have looked to buy that back up, but that first trade playing out pretty nicely here. Let's see. 2 chicken to hold for all-time highs. I got pretty high. Got it at NQ with 800. Nice. Very nice. Does contract flipping work? Need to lose $400 for consistency. Yeah. Yep. Dwayne, I would just be really careful. Do it with 1 micro, and maybe you do it on ES so it's not so fast moving. You can certainly be on the wrong side or the right side of a candle like that as you're trying to do it, and that could be really bad. It could be really bad. So, yeah, you definitely can do it, opening and closing 1 micro. I'm NQ long at par day, evaluator have. Nice. Look at that, Pam. Beautiful. Beautiful. Really, really nice. Again, that's what I look for on NQ. I'm going to chalk up not being in a long here just to getting set up, getting comfortable on micros. I'm on the wrong chart, honestly, for what I need to trade with this live account. Took a W on YM, so I'm not inclined to do anything too crazy with you guys. But that was a nice play. Again, you know, just like we described, what I look for here, right? Overall, same stuff really that I look for on YM, just done on different time frames, you know? The same approach, right? The same fundamentals come into play. It's just structured for the instrument that you're trading, the time frame that you're trading, right? NQ scalpy style approach, really aggressively, right? We pop to the upside after holding, bullish, 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 bullish on higher time frames. We start to sell off. We get a dip down to, you know, an area of interest, value area high. This was value area high, right? Beautiful test of that level, right? Down into these highs. Not quite into this zone, right? That I marked secondary before VWAP. I would have loved to see it push all the way down in here, but was being a little bit too patient for that. But you don't have to, right? You don't have to wait for that. And the beauty of using price action is, especially on low time frames, to say as soon as we get buying pressure from whatever area we decide to turn, you know, that's my indication. So, you know, 5 minute can be a little bit too slow for this kind of thing if you actually want to see candle closures. 1 minute's pretty solid. 30 seconds. I've been talking to a few guys that use the 30-second, which can be kind of crazy, but you know, you do get maybe a couple candle closures pushing to the upside, and you know, right in here as we start to turn, you know, that's a nice spot to look long, like I mapped out, right, as it was turning. Something like that for, you know, a nice move where if we come back down and sweep the lows, you know, you're out. Again, it's much tighter, it's much scalpier. You're gonna have to run a higher frequency of trades doing stuff like this. You're gonna have to withstand more losses because you're gonna have more of these happen, right? You know, which is just the nature of getting really aggressive on NQ and scalpy. You know, something like that with a take profit, like I said, right in here, right? You know, maybe a 1-to-1, you scale out a half, and then you hold some more for, you know, continuation, high of day, push to the upside, you know, stop to break even as you cross through there and start to take some profit. not a bad approach. You know, upsides to this, higher frequency of trades, right? More opportunity. So when you're trading more prop accounts, it's kind of necessary for better or for worse. Downsides of this, it's really aggressive. It's very fast moving. You don't get a lot of time to think. You get less than a minute in here to decide to put the trade on, to structure it the right way, to get a good entry, to get a good stop loss, to then structure your take profit. You only get a couple minutes as it's pushing in your direction to make a good, you know, a good decision on where to start taking profit and maybe go stop loss to break even. You know, it's fast. It's fast. So it's inherently harder that way. Also downsides, I think you're going to take more wickouts. You're going to be right, but you're going to get stopped out more often, right, than a wider stop, wider take profit, you know, intraday swing kind of play. So I don't think NQ on the 1 minute chart is great for beginners. I think it's why so many traders lose money, because they get on the 1 minute chart and they drive themselves crazy. They can't handle the 15-minute chart with one trade a day, wide stops, wide take profit. Why would you think you could handle 10 trades a day, scalp an NQ where you have little to no time to think, right? You got to read price action and structure and whatever tools you use, order flow, volume, ICT, concepts, whatever you're using, right? You got to read it much quicker, you know? So anyway, I don't have another setup right in here. I'm just going to watch what happens and then, you know, start to look. That was the play coming down to value area high and pulling back before a push back to the upside. Nice break and retest before continuation. Never in a 0 DTE when I need to be. Long NQ, nice, you talked about that. I feel this may be a trap. Trump has been saying he doesn't want a deal until all the conditions are met. I think it comes on more and more tweets. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. Morning, have a great day. Good morning. Can't believe he won by $64. Crazy. Yeah, he won by less than $64. He won by like $46 or something. Insane. Part of it, man. Good morning. Have a great day. What's up, Chris? Bags. What's the old saying? Buy the rumor, sell the facts. Yeah, you can sell it up here. You can short it. You can short it back down. Here was the rumor, and then we could sell the fact on the way back down. Holy smokes, this market's mental. ADO King, what's up? Zach, nice W. Literally closed my shorts on YM 2 seconds before it shot up. What the F? Nice. Don't trade the news. Trust me, yeah. Hold for True Social, calling it all BS. Yeah. That could be coming. Could be coming. Wonder what the average ticks on the 1 minute candle is on NQ trading and why it's scary. Yeah, you can look at average true range. You can look at this bad boy right down here. Average true range on the 1 minute chart. Let's trade if I straight through my TP. Nice. Nice. For 5 minutes until Baron closes his trade. You guys are funny. You guys are really funny. Really funny. Lock it up and make more tomorrow. Yeah, maybe. Again, I'm hanging out. If I get a good setup, I'm going to take it with you guys. Like I said, I got multiple accounts to trade. We're in a unique dynamic with prop firms if you trade this way. But we're going to do a giveaway. Whenever you guys feel like smashing the like button, we'll give away some Lucid accounts. We got more people waking up. It's only 10:30. I took a trade right into the open. If you hopped on here late, I am 1W on YM. This is going to be delayed data because I am in a live account and I do not have Chicago Board of Trade data, as you can see up here. So this is delayed. This is not actually where price is printing. This was a Dubsky. This is a Dubsky. Not quite exact on this. Take profit, stop loss, and everything in entry. This was $935 in the top one live account. Excuse me, $835 on 1 mini in the top one live account. Closeout was somewhere in here. I think I was accurate. I was trying to look at exactly where this stuff was with around a 200-point stop. As you can see, never closing your trades is better. Chat, this could have been 2K for me today. Part of the game. Part of the game. Even when you guys are all yelling, close the trade, close the trade, close it. I'm getting so anxious. Please close the trade. This is why. Let me get the meme. Let me get the meme. Hold on. I need to look at it again. Obviously, I did not diamond hands it again today. Let me get the meme out. Hold on. Chat. Pay attention. Pay attention to Bruce Lee. Diamond hands. Hold on to your trades, guys. Hold on to your trades. Omega, you were saying lock it up and make some more tomorrow. Yeah, I'm not a fan of that. So, okay, we had somebody ask about losing money because they made a little bit too much money. Yeah, lose money. You play the prop firm game. You have to open and close micros. It's not that hard to do, guys. Use the micros, Mike. Go to understand the risk because it can go poorly, but this is what I would do if I was you. Depending on what account you're on, enter with a stop loss just in case price ripped against you way farther than you wanted to. But essentially, your goal is to open and close micro trades and only lose maybe a tick or two or make a tick or two and just, rack up commissions. That's what I would do. That's what I would do. I've never failed. I haven't failed yet doing that, but you do run risk of opening trades like a crazy person. But yeah, I would just do that. Just did another time, 5 micros, hit buy and sell super fast. Yeah. So fun for you in the competition. You're ready to be proud of that performance. So yeah. Part of it, right? Like I said, it's it's fun. We're talking about the Tradeify Grand Cup. For those of you guys that missed that, it's fun. Not all of it has to do with with really good trading, but I gotta say, I'll be honest. I was so mad. I was so mad last night. I was like, I got this in the bag, no problem, right? If he beats me, he's gonna have put up another $1,000, $3,000, $4,000. I see the thing open up, and I'm like, no, not $40, no way in hell. But overall, I'm happy with my performance, right? I finished, like I said, we're showing you guys, top 800 out of 66,000. Again, you got to full port the account 47,000 times. How much does that have to do with real trading? I don't know. You have to put $13,000 up, and you could reset multiple times. I think it was 3 times you could reset max on a $2,500 account with a max loss limit. 1 mini over the course of a week. And then you go head-to-head. And to go head-to-head with 1 mini, only trading, no YM for me. I couldn't trade YM. Only trading NQ, gold, ES, or crude oil. To end, up $2,600, I'm happy. I'm happy with that. Was there great trading behind that? No, super aggressive, no stop loss, scalping and swing trading, just craziness, right? But to finish with a P&L in the top 100 on the first day of the 1,000 and to beat most of the outlaws, to only have 4 of their elite traders ahead of me, I'm happy with that performance. I got matched up with somebody who could trade. So good for him. Good game. Beat me fair and square. I cannot be mad about that at all. So yeah, that was a Tradeify Grand Cup. Fun. Fun. But there's an element of surprise, an element of, being blind, right? You have to try to strategize and play mindset games and games with your P&L, right? There's a whole other element that's not trading. I got a good strategy for next year. Let me throw it out there now, guys. I think I got a really good chance to win next year, right? As long as I can YOLO my way in, if they run it the same because they change it every time, as long as I can YOLO my way in, because sometimes you can't get lucky on the front end, which is what you have to do. As long as I can YOLO my way in, I got a really good chance of finishing strong. I got a good strategy. I thought about something that I haven't seen a lot of people do. So I'm gonna run that. I'm gonna run a new play next year if we could run it. But they're gonna change it. It was completely different last year. It's different all the time. All the things are different. And again, it's fun. It takes away from making actual money. I'll talk about it. It takes away from making actual money, right? So how much energy and do you really want to put into that? I trade live, right? I'm partnered now with Tradeify, so I definitely wanted to join. It's fun to try to test yourself and put up a good result. But, there's a whole just game, that you're playing in there that has nothing to do with trading at all, right? So, important to note that. Don't let anybody that finishes, strong, right, that has a good performance tell you that there's some great trader, right? It just does not equate that way. You could be a horrible trader and get completely lucky. You could be a great trader, which we saw yesterday, a lot of the big traders, and just have a bad day. Just horribly, red day, right? I could have easily finished negative $10,000, right? Because you keep trading, you're going to keep pushing it. So, grain of salt it. Because a lot of people use it like a launch pad. Like, I'm so great, all the trading competitions. And I'm like, really? Do trading competitions, is that what is the mark of a good trader? So, that's the full scope, guys. I had to do that before. We talked about that. Bum for you. Do you use MACD at all? No. I don't use the moving average convergence divergence indicator. I don't find that helpful at all. There's a meme. I know I have held the first long on NQ today. Would have been rich, but my Zach voice in my head. Trade your strategy. That's the truth. Yeah. Yeah. Can't even imagine if that would have felt like. You got matched up with someone who could YOLO, not necessarily trade. For sure. And someone that gets lucky, right? You know, it's not... It takes, there's a comment from Mark Douglas, and it's in Market Wizards. It doesn't take any skill to put on a winning or a losing trade. It just takes the ability to click a button, right? To be able to continue to manage risk and create a positive expectancy and extract money from the market over a large sample size through varying market conditions, that takes skill, right? But to get lucky and put on a winning trade or a series of winning trades takes no skill, zero skill, right? Myself included. So it's important to note that. And it's a hard paradox that we have to deal with, right? Randomness in the short term, randomness in probabilities, right? So, you know, something to think about. As far as the trade went up, could have ripped down 100 points, yeah. But yeah, Pam, to that comment, right? Like we said, trade your strategy, right? Trade your strategy, trade your approach. You know, what is your game plan for holding? You know, for me on a mean reversion trade, it's not a complete reversal of the day. You know, it's back to the mean. Market's going to keep moving. There's going to be days where the market moves in one direction for what feels like forever. There's going to be days where it chops. Your job is not to capture every single tick out of every single movement. It's to capture whatever your chunk of the move is, right? Is it the breakout? Is it a retracement? Is it a move back to the highs? Are you holding for that huge move? Because that's some people's move, where you're going to take loss after loss after loss, right? I was talking about this with Zach on Prop for a Match TV on Tuesday, right? Tom Hogard, right? You guys probably read Best Loser Wins. Tom Hogard's traded live for a long time. You know, back in the day, I watched him trade live. His approach is to take a lot of small paper cuts and break evens and hold to the moon and to scale in really, really heavy and then to start to take profit, or at least it used to be. Everybody adjusts, right? But that was his approach for a while, and he would end most trades red, right? You would lose more often than you win. But his move was that big run, and he would eventually capture it, right? You know, he had the steel cojones to do that. I didn't understand what I was looking at back at the time. But decide what your move is, right? Everybody always likes to go, man, I closed out perfectly on that trade. I'm a genius. Or if the market runs, man, if I only held it, I could have paid off my entire, cell phone bill this month. And look at how much money that would have been. That's not your money. That's not your money. That's not your approach, right? Unless it is, in which case, hold your trade. But you have to decide, what does your entry look like? What's the thesis? What is the general take profit area? Is there a take profit area, right? That's question number one. If there is, okay, that's your trade thesis. If your thesis is the market can continue to run, which it can, and I'm going to try to capitalize on that to the best of my abilities, you scale out, you hold your runners, you do whatever you want to do, and you are on the double-edged side of that sword where you're going to have a lot of trades come back on you, right? And stop you out that would have been small profit. So there's no right or wrong way to do it, but you do have to decide on the front end. So, guys, you're almost there with likes. I will be right back. I'm going to let this thing move. This was the trade. This was the long. This was the long in here. Beautiful move right back in here to maybe scale out at a 1-to-1 and maybe a fuller take profit near the high of day where we're at right now. But I will be right back, guys. Hang tight. Chat. Where we at, guys? I will do the cup last year. It was fun. Till I got silly button pushy. Yeah, yeah. More like. I don't know what that means. As fast as the trade went up, could have ripped down 100 points first. I'm okay missing it. I was long just before that scalping and locked out. Oh, yeah. Yeah, if there was a... Just to talk about this, guys, right? Because I don't talk about NQ that much. I'm working on that. If there was an NQ trade, which there was, which Pam took, a couple of you guys took, it was right in here, right? I did mark out this. Really right there, which we got super duper close to. But if there was a trade, it's cracking back into value area high, right? Bullish structure overall. Sorry, let me get that out of the way. Bullish structure overall, right? Higher time frames. You know, we don't have to go out to the daily to know what NQ looks like. We're finding buyers here pre-market. We're holding higher. Off the open, we pull back to VWAP, back down to this current volume point of control, right? Temporary volume point of control. You know, close to prior day's low. We already swept prior day's low. We take off on news. Now, this is aggressive, right? Because now you got to decide, do I want to trade news, right? But if you do, you probably want to trade in the direction that it's moving after a pullback and buyers are found, or at least that's the way that I'm looking to trade it, right? So once we got this, that's the entry. The entry is right in here, like I said, on the right side of the V, right? You know, not buying the dip that I do on YM, buying the strength after the dip. Where exactly could you find that? I'd say looking at a 1 minute chart, right? Looking at a 1 minute chart right in here. We pull back really aggressively. We get buyers that step in aggressively. Maybe not like down here as we're pushing back up, but maybe even in here, right? As we start to push to the upside. Again, 30-second chart can be absolutely crazy. Like I said, I've seen some guys use it with some success, so I'm going to try to drive myself crazy on it. I had a couple things pointed out to me that I really liked for lower time frames like this. You get a couple of candle closures, but something like this, right? Something like this, we start to come back through. Stop loss is tight on something like this, right? Where the thesis is we're going to go right back towards all-time highs or now, you know. Stop loss down below this level. I would say, yeah, man, I'd say entry right in here if you got in, right, as we started to come back through here. What's the 1 minute look like? Yeah, I'd say maybe you don't get the close of this candle, but you try to enter pretty quick and you get in somewhere over here. It's not a super duper tight stop loss. It's still, you know, 150 ticks, right? It gives you a 1-to-1 just right back into the lows of this consolidation, right back into the low end of this, you know, area of high volume. I think that's pretty sweet. And this might be one that you run a double take profit type of deal, right? You know, stop loss to break even, scale out a half. As you get past a 1-to-1 and to clear area to take profit, and you hold, you know, for a larger movement. Scalpy style movement, right? Could we just as easily continue lower, right, and come right back down to VWAP? Sure. And this is something that you might want to try right off of VWAP, right? Which, like I talked about, is the downside of trading like this, right? And then maybe we don't come back off of VWAP. Maybe we just chop. If you're going to take really scalpy trades on the 1 minute chart, I think I'd be ready to take multiple of them. For me, I'm not going to journal this as a mistrade at all. I'm not going to say that. I'm going to say, you know, coming off of YMW, not able to get an account loaded up fast enough that I'm really comfortable with. Realizing as we started to move that I probably don't want to run $1,000 worth of risk per trade on the minis, and I got to hope over the micros. Got the wrong chart marked up, so that's kind of the thought. But not a bad play on NQ. Interesting to see it consolidate here. I'm curious to see where we go. I don't know that I have a follow-up here at all. Let's see. 10:51 a.m. Chat. We got a giveaway rolling, man. Smash the like button. What are you guys doing? We're gonna give out some Lucid accounts. Giveaway at 60 likes. You guys are almost there. 52. You're almost there. Almost. While we're hanging out, Waiting for the market to do something. Maybe give us a second follow-up trade. Talk about some of the props that I'm trading with this year. You can see them at the top of the screen. You can see them at the bottom of the screen here. I'm trading with Top 1 Futures, Lucid, Take Profit Trader, Tradeify, Alpha Futures, and Top Step. Is that 7? Top 1 Futures, Lucid, Take Profit Trader, Tradeify, Alpha Futures, Top Step. Damn. 7 props. It's a lot to juggle. I think they all have unique things that are good and bad with them, right? Double-edged sword for everything. I'm partnered and affiliated with everybody on that list except for Top Step, who I am eligible for 4 payouts right here, right now, today. Eligible for 4 payouts with those guys. Should we take some payouts on stream? See what we can do. Nothing crazy. I think I probably got around $1,000 ready in each of the accounts if I wanted to snag those. But yeah, man, super solid stuff from everybody on that list. Code RDF if you want the best deal. If you want to check out everybody on that list, you can not only hop in the free Discord. Here is the link in chat for the best deals. Why did that not post? Boom. Yeah, man, if you want to support me, support the channel, support yourself with the best deals, there it is. Link is in chat, guys. You can head to my site, realdealfutures.com, which is what that link is. And I have, boom, everybody linked up here. All these are going to bring you straight to it. I try to keep this updated. This is correct. This is correct. This is correct. This is correct right now. No, it's 30% now. It's down to 30. And this is correct. It was 50. It was 50. You also got trading software on here. NewSquawk, Bookmap, and TradeSyncer. All of which I think are personally awesome. Testing out some different stuff with TradeSyncer right now. So I'll keep you guys updated. Along with some podcasts. If you want to check it out, link is in the chat. And then, of course, the link to join the 100% free trading Discord. More than happy to have you guys in there. I got a bunch of cool stuff cooking. I'm not going to yap too much about it. Stay tuned, guys. Over the next couple weeks, I got some major changes coming. Man. It's time for some change, chat. You guys are awesome. Real Deal Futures is not going anywhere. It's only getting bigger and better. But I've got some structural changes coming on. Got some new stuff for you guys. I'm super psyched about it, man. I think it's going to give me and those that are focused the opportunity to level the hell up. I've had an absolutely awesome year. I've had a banner year so far on props. Unless I just completely fumble, this is going to be my best year on props by a long shot. And I've done decent in the past. Trading with, aggressively in prop world on sim, getting moved to prop firm live accounts and taking payouts from those, then trading personal accounts, right? Live accounts with futures, live accounts with just standard brokerages for options, for longer term investments. Obviously, the market's been on a tear, so some of that you could just say is market conditions. That's fine. But I'm happy to share more of that with you guys. I'm happy to try to give you as much juice as I possibly can. And to talk about the real side of trading. It's not all strategy. We talked a lot about strategy today, a lot about indicators, a lot about tools, a lot about the markets. We know that it's not all strategy. Mindset, psychology, the way that we're thinking about trading, that's the differentiator. That's what separates everybody that's making money from everybody that's not making money, believe it or not. At least that's my belief. At least that is my belief. Through pain and suffering, I formed that belief that I hold true. All right, let's see. How's Zach? 60 likes. There you go. Just joined the scene. What was the reason for your trade today? Quinn, what's up, dude? The same reason as always. You know what? You go back and watch it, brother. Back and watch it. Here's a trade from today. Sold off aggressively into the open, right? Was looking for a move back down around these levels for this exact movement. Mean reversion trade to come right back up towards VWAP, volume point of control. Stupidly simple. in my humble biased opinion, wildly profitable. Pays me. I hope not too many people start trading YM. It seems to work just exceptionally well. I think YM is so slept on. But yeah, go back and watch it. Go back and watch the beginning. Watch the markup right from the beginning, Quinn. I talk through it in detail, so it's going to be better than me trying to, remember it after the fact. But like somebody so kindly pointed out, Enrique, what's up, bro? We got 60 likes. Normal? Yes, you can fill the form out. You can fill the form out, Normal. Never fully understood VWAP. Is it better to trade towards VWAP or against it? I will talk about that. I will talk about volume weighted average price. I'll talk about what it is and my thoughts on trading to and from it. But let me go ahead and get this form thrown in the chat, guys. Hang on. Hang on, Chatty McChat. Crazy, dude. We're coming into June? Damn. Wow. I know that's like super obvious, but just saw that. All right, guys, we're about to run the giveaway. Before I have somebody ask me, here is the link in chat. Hop in chat. Yeah, Normal, just put like, put something in there so I know it's you. Here's the link in chat. If you're on X, if you're on Kick, if you're on somewhere else, links in my profile, realdealfutures.com. It's at the top. Find the link to join the free Discord. Get in the free Discord, verify yourself, and then you're going to get ready to fill out a form if you want into a giveaway. Maybe you just want to be here for the winning trades. I don't know, bro. We took a W real quick today, guys. Let me come back over here as I'm waiting for that to load. We took a clean dubski, as you can see marked out. That actually printed. The chart printed it itself. Again, guys, this data is delayed. Just so this data is not delayed over here. This data is delayed. I'm in a Lucid Live account. They don't give you YM data because nobody's an idiot like me. I don't know that I'm an idiot. I don't know. But nobody trades CBOT data except for me, I guess. So I have to ask them for it. But they give you CME data off the rip. But we're going to do a giveaway. Ba-da-ba-ba. Appreciate you guys hopping on, man. Y'all are awesome. Let me do the grateful thing, man. I appreciate you guys for being here. I got so many people here every damn day. I know we got a lot of people only here for the giveaways. I know that when we when we run the giveaway, we get 20 extra people that hops on. I get it, man. I know it's okay, man. You could come here for the giveaways. You could hop in the Discord. It's also part of the reason I'm structuring some things differently. It's okay. You could be here for the giveaways, man. It's cool. Everybody's got to try to get after it any way they can. So, all right, guys, the form is live in Discord in the giveaways channel. Okay. You have to be on the live stream and follow all the instructions on the form. It's open for 10 minutes. We're going to close it at 11:10 a.m. Eastern. All right, guys. We'll talk about VWAP. Where's Discord form? It's in giveaways. These guys got it. Damn, guys, I didn't say it dropped yet. Y'all are you're so anxious. So funny. God, man. Here to learn. That's all good. Me here for giveaways. Yeah, Pam, we know you're only here for giveaways. You don't support anybody by coming to live events and being part of everybody's community and using codes. You're the worst. Mike, all these guys that are in here every day, Marcy, everybody, Nirmal who's in here, Duman, you guys are horrible. All you care about is giveaways. That's all you're here for. No, I'm just kidding. You guys are awesome. We got a ton of OGs, man. And again, I appreciate everybody that's here. Whether or not you're here for 30MD30. There's so many people. I'm missing a whole bunch of names on here. I've seen Quinn a million times. Mega's on here all the time. Dwayne's on here all the time. Mike, I said Pam already. Purple Ninja's on here every day. Chris, I see all the time. ADL King, talk to him all the time. Sam the Trader's on here. A bunch of OGs all the time, every day. Andrew Baggs, Omega. Y'all are my internet friends. I see you guys. See you guys all the time. Lee's, Rob's on here all the time. Alan's on here every damn day. Digital Nukes. I see you guys all the time, man. Kobe Clark on Kick. Slothfather on Kick. Adam Daz is here all the time. Every day. It's the same names. You go back and watch the lives for, weeks. You'll hear me say good morning to everybody. Mahin NQ, always on here early. Appreciate you guys, man. Tushar on here all the time. Top Dog on here. Who else is on here? Come on. Chris is on here all the time. All the time. Tom Ward, Wardy, always on here. He's on here only for the account. Yeah. No, I appreciate you guys. Y'all are awesome, man. It's awesome to have a community. I'm so grateful. I really mean it. Like, from the bottom of my heart, outside of making money in the markets, outside of making money from content, because I like to be transparent, guys. I'm here and I make money, right? I make money from ads. I make money from, I don't make that much money from ads. I make money from partners and affiliates, right? I make money from content. I wouldn't be able to convince my wife to hang out on here and yap all day unless I was able to, take her on nice vacations and, pay our mortgage, okay? But, a huge portion of me starting to share my own content was I was in so many communities paying to be there and started to be like, the right-hand person of everybody that was there. And I thought, you know what? It'd be great if I had my own community. It'd be great if I was able to build it myself. And I started streaming with 0 people watching. I had to make sure that the stream was actually running so I would watch it myself from my phone. I had like a couple people in Discord, a couple people. That's it. On Telegram when it first started. So to be here with 3,000 people in IG, 17,000 on YouTube, 30-something thousand on IG, thousands on X, thousands everywhere else, hundreds of people on the live streams every day. It's a blessing, man. It's a blessing. It's awesome. And it's not just a regular community. I genuinely believe I have one of the best communities. I genuinely believe I have one of the best communities. And everybody says that, and we've had it demonstrated. I had people reach out to other people to help them out. I have people on here hanging out, having fun. People that win accounts that say, give it to somebody else. I don't need it. Just good stuff, man. Hella positivity from you guys. I really, I deal with some hate and negativity and all that bullshit from social media. Excuse my language. We all do. Anybody that streams and, makes content. But for the most part, man, you guys are super positive. So I hope that I help cultivate that. But I'm grateful for you guys. If I didn't say that enough. I appreciate you guys. I appreciate anybody that hops on a stream, whether you follow, use a code, don't use a code, click a link, don't click a link. Just do whatever is best for you, man. And if you take something from me of value, whether that's that guy had some good information and I found that valuable, or I think everything that guy said was horrible and I'm going to do the exact opposite and you make money somehow from that, that's awesome, man. That's what we're here for. Maybe you just brighten your day up. Because we make some jokes on here and we have some fun. So I appreciate you guys, man. And I want to say this now. I got changes coming. I'm talking about stuff in the background, right? I got some structural changes coming, right? The stuff that I'm doing, the free community that I'm cultivating, the sauce that I'm continuing to give. I've been live streaming for almost 2 years, right? Almost every day on YouTube, right? A lot of that stuff is changing. But it's not going away. The free stuff, the everything that I deliver, it's not going away. I want you guys to know that. I'm trying to find a balance as I grow that makes sense for you guys and your time and me and my time to actually be able to continue to do what I've been doing. Because it's difficult, as you can imagine. My DMs stay full. I can't answer everybody in Discord. I cannot handle streaming and making videos and making reels and answering comments across every single social media platform and, trying to provide value through tutorials and trade recaps, right? And posts on X and do trading competitions and trade all of my own prop accounts and live accounts and manage investment accounts and other things that I do outside of trading and business itself, like training for 100-mile ultra marathons that I have coming up in October, for those of you guys that don't know. Spending time with my family, traveling across the country often, which I do. It's a lot, man. So I'm trying to find a balance. And I'm going to look to do that. Anyway. Yeah, we got 5 minutes. Go ahead, get the form filled out. Discord channel didn't recognize my phone number. You don't need a phone number. You need an email. Actually, cool, man. Awesome. Like I said, I'm here to learn. I'm new to trading. Awesome. That's why I come to live stream. That's why I come to live stream, to ask my doubts. I got you. Remember watching the stream with 3 viewers. Yeah, Quinn, dude, you were here early, bro. Had to make a new Discord recently. Join the Discord. Hopefully I'm in the giveaway. Yeah, bro, you'll be in the giveaway. I'll make sure of it. Yeah, we got a whole bunch of people filling the form out. We'll get the giveaway rolling in a minute. Let me read the live chat. Yeah, dude, so I've had people now that like have been hanging out and you know, and with me for years. It's crazy. It's crazy, man. It's epic. I really appreciate it. It's awesome. And it's come full circle for me, man. I had so many traders that, you know, I'm grateful to have met in person now, to talk to on the regular, guys that I used to look up to, books that I've read. You know, it's nuts, man. My duck name again will be funded. Cool. Zach's a good person. Big Frank. I like to think so, bro. Thank you. I like to think so. We'll see. Keep it real. Best live streamer, man. I appreciate you, man. I try, guys. I try. I don't try to say that I'm the best, that I got it all figured out. Like, you know my spiel. I repeat that stuff a lot. You know, I don't like to do all of that BS, right? I like to just show you what trading looks like for me. The good and the bad, right? I'm not going to make a reason for why I did everything that's the biggest, you know, best thing in the world. I don't have some magic strategy or system. I think all that stuff's BS, man. So I'm happy to show you what real trading looks like for me. Morning, everyone. Marcy, what's up? Marcy's here all the time. We were saying who's here all the time. Yeah, you guys are all here all the time. Big Frank here all the time. Business Lens, always here. Always. Never not support RDF. Hell yeah. Mr. Buggy, what's up, dude? Did you make it? Did you make it through round 1? Did you were up against somebody named Zach, I think. Hold on. You are randomly in the Tradeify Grand Cup. This person's from my community, and the dude that commented, unless I'm tripping out, I thought, because I would search my name on the leaderboard yesterday, and I thought you were up against somebody named Zach because your name kept popping up. Let me see if I can look at day 1. Were you in the Tradeify Grand Cup and you won yesterday? I think you were up against someone named Zach that blew up, if I remember correctly. Maybe it's someone else. We gotta talk about VWAP. Chris is here all the time. Sam's here all the time. Homies. The homies. Pam, the homies. Duman, serious question. How do I un-F my mind to get me to trade my new funded? That's a good one. That's a good one. That's a good question. That's a really good question. We're going to talk about that. New here, just started Discord, verify my email, but didn't get a second email from RDF. Check spam, it's not there. The form is in the giveaway channel, and you'll get a second email from me really shortly. You get a second email from me shortly. I'll make sure everybody gets one today. Something wrong on Discord. I don't know, bro. I don't know that something's wrong on Discord. What's your age, Zach? How old do you think I am? I'm verified, but I can't access the form. It's in giveaways. It's in giveaways, guys. No, I don't think it was prop for a match, Zach. Wait a minute. Hold on, guys. The Discord, we're gonna get ready to run the form, and I don't wanna delay this too much. But hold on. I've used code RDF multiple times. Am I eligible for a freebie account? Yeah, you are. Should be on the email unless you send what? Wait. So back up. The Discord, my Discord, requires you in a phone number. At what point is it asking you for a phone number? Is it because you have to be verified with a phone number on Discord and Discord makes sure that you verify your phone number? Or is it something on my end? Because I have an email verification bot that runs in Discord so we don't get overrun by everybody because it's just wide open and free right now. But that's a verification for your email. You join, you click verify email, you put your email in, sends you the code, boom, you automatically get the verified role. You can see all the channels, including the giveaways one where the form is right now. But that's just a protection for everybody. And then, of course, I send you guys emails. I don't collect phone numbers, though. So you guys are saying it's the third person that said something about a phone number. So before something gets trippy, someone said, don't forget to use code RDF. What? just said, okay, so when does it ask Argmanto or Argmanti 1841? I have no idea how to pronounce your name. Sorry. When does it ask you for a phone number? Who is asking for a phone number and when? Is it Discord in general? Because I do have the highest level of verification on in Discord to prevent spammers and scammers and bots. So if you don't have a phone number verified with Discord in general, not by me, not me collecting it, that's on you. And I think for me and my Discord and most Discords with that level, you do have to have a verified phone number with Discord. Yeah, bro, I don't know. I don't know. I'm assuming that it's a new account that you guys have and you don't have a phone number verified with Discord and you need one of those. So it's going to be a Discord support thing, brother. It's definitely not something that I would turn off. Anyway, shoot me an email. Shoot me an email. support@realdealfutures.com. I'll help you out. Again, not something that I get frequently at all. I have thousands of people in there, dozens of people that join every day. So, but two of you brought it up. In general, join the Discord. I check my settings only, and I have email, not my phone number. Doesn't let me verify my phone, and says some error number can't be linked to this account. That's interesting. It's interesting. Yeah, I'm assuming that it's a Discord verification thing where I have the higher level of just like in general, which most people have on. Where you just need to have a verified phone number. But I don't collect phone numbers. It's not through me. It's just Discord verifying your account, which is important to do because spammers and scammers, are not going to do that. So anyway, now that we got through that, guys, it's giveaway time. It's Ducks time. Yeah, sorry if you can't get in today. We run giveaways all the time, man. Shoot me an email. I'll get you in. Don't worry about it. We'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. But let's give away some accounts, man. Remember real quick, if for some reason you decided to fill out the giveaway form with your brother and your mother and your grandma and your sister's names and a whole bunch of extra names, you spam the form. I've been really patient in the past, guys. I've been really patient in the past. And I'll ask you some questions. I'll dig into it because I can see it on the back end. But I'm telling you right now, I'm going to throw it at you guys right now. This way everybody heard it first. If you do that, you're not only going to get banned from the form, you're going to get banned from prop firms, plural, for giveaway fraud, right? For just scamming and spamming forms. I can't monitor everybody. I try to keep these open and fun for everybody. So I'm giving you guys the warning. All right, guys. We hopped on. We took a W. We got a whole bunch of people on here. Look at how many. Look at that. 76 likes and 63 people. Where were you guys for the trade? Okay? Where were you all for the trade? Okay? Where were you when we were making 800 bucks on here? Bro, come on now. 3 minutes on the clock. First one is going to be for, I don't know if we're going to do multiple. We'll see. First one is going to be for a 25K Lucid Flex account. Good luck and shout out Lucid. If you want to check out Lucid, they are one of the best firms in the space right now. I ran it up with them this year and got kicked to multiple live accounts. Absolutely insane program. Instant payouts. Super fast dashboard that automatically upgrades accounts if you pass evals. One time, no monthly fee, no resetting. Super awesome if you want to take your sweet ass time. Trade C, Trade Evate. Yeah, really, really clean. Some of the best pricing and rules set across the board, especially for flex accounts. Really solid stuff. Instant funded from them too is also dangerous. I see a lot of guys clean up with instant funded from them. Found the form. Awesome. It's in giveaways, so it shouldn't have been that hard, guys. Shouldn't have been that hard. Let's see. Running the Space Coast Marathon in November. Whoa, Quinn. Wait a minute, Quinny boy. Running Space Coast? I was going to run that a year ago. That's awesome, dude. I am running the Tesla Hertz 100-mile ultramarathon in New York come October. Super stoked about that. Super duper stoked about that. It's going to be double the distance that I've ever ran before. I've ran a handful of marathons. I ran New York City, I think in 2022. I ran the Town of Celebration Marathon shortly after that, after I blew up in NY. And I ran Chicago. I ran Chicago Marathon last year, which was awesome. PR to Chicago. It was epic. Such a cool race. I ran a couple of ultra marathons in between there. Some trail races. And now, for some godforsaken reason, I have signed myself up for a 100-mile ultra marathon. So I'm running every single day. I'm going to have to run a lot more. Here we go. Made 1040. Nice. Beautiful. Let's go. I'm running. Oh, yeah. Listen, guys, endurance sports translates to trading really well. Really, really well. You know, discipline, proving to yourself that you can do something that you can't do, delayed gratification that you think you might not be able to do, delayed gratification, right? Building towards something, training for really long periods of time, all of it translates exceptionally well. I'm going to read the chat in a second, but you guys got 14 seconds to go. Top Dog Scar out front, Pam down on the bottom, Purple Ninja, Chris. We got all the OGs in here today. Rob, MKC 1995, Dwayne down on the bottom. Mars Trades up at the top. Rob out of nowhere. The Top Hat Duck, the unlucky number 13. Rob 23 taking the W. Taking the Dubski. W's in the chat for Rob. Hang on, guys. Don't go anywhere yet. Don't go anywhere yet. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe we do something else. I might not go anywhere. Rob's an OG. Listen, if you're a Discord OG, you don't have to check in. Right? I'm going to give you the grace. If you're here almost every effing day and you filled the form out, I'm going to assume that you're here and you're not a bot or something. But what do you think, guys? There he is. He's here. What do you think, guys? You think we run it back? That was for a Lucid 25K flex account. Rob's getting $70 to the bank right now. Not really $70. You're getting a code to make it free. But what do you think about a Lucid Pro account? What do you think about a $100 Lucid Pro account? Chat, I don't know, guys. You gotta let me know. I don't know. Let's see. I don't know. The chat says no. We don't want it. No more giveaways. We don't like the ducks. Definitely don't. We don't want it. It's crazy, guys. Why would you say that? That's nuts, bro. No, I'm just kidding. You all said yeah. His chat's blowing up saying yes. All right, guys. We're going to run it back. We're going to go for a 25K pro eval here. We're going to get rid of Rob. Rob, congrats. You'll hear from me after it. Let me just go ahead and mark this before I move on and mess it up. Hang on one second, Chatty McChat. Rob, taking the Dubski, man. All right. We're going back to back here, guys. We took a W. You guys are awesome. I had a couple people ask me a couple things, man. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm not going to be able to yap about it all. VWAP was a question, and trading to and from VWAP was a question, and mindset was a question, okay? Hop in Discord, guys, and I will do my best to get back to you. I'll try to drop a voice message in there. Hop in Discord, ask me in the main chat, and I will try to give you an answer. Who's chasing you? And Tom said, could be the first person to live trade 100-mile marathon and catch a dub. New world record, RDF. I forget if it's what day it starts on, but if it's here already, that's a great idea, Tom, because I'm gonna be having some fun. If it's during the week, I forget what day it's on. If it's during the week, we'll get a trade on. Funded needs to win. We love giveaways. No, can we run Apex account instead? Oh my gosh. Apex accounts? You guys want Apex giveaways? That's crazy word, Tom. I don't know about that. Run it, sir. Need to go to dinner. It'd be funny if you won your own giveaway. Chase me to the dogs. Ready, set. All right, let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. 3 minutes on the clock. Someone said no Apex. Tripping. I don't know, guys. I don't know. We gotta talk if you guys want $19 90% off Apex evals, bro. We can run those all day. We can run Apex giveaways all day if you want. There we go. Lucid or top 1 futures, somebody's asking. Yeah, I'm gonna get some more coming. You guys hang out. Like I said, trading with Tradeify now, trading with Alpha now, trade with Take Profit Trader. I got a feeling we're gonna see some more giveaway accounts from more firms. I don't know. We'll have to see. Flex is better. We'll take it. Yeah, man. It just depends, right? As you can see, the Flex accounts are more expensive. Just depends. Just depends. Oh, I win the fashion prize. Yay, me. How do I get a duck to have a chef hat? Yeah, it's random. Tradeify is a good option too. Yeah, Tradeify is awesome. I like all of the firms that I trade with. Maybe I personally prefer some over others, but I think they're all great options, and I'm trading accounts with all of them now. So, would you do a trader meetup? Do meetup or live trading in New York? Brian, what's up, man? Yeah, I've thought a lot about that stuff. I haven't organized any live in-person events myself. Maybe that's something for the future. I don't know that it's on my docket right now, but I'm going to a lot of in-person events, and I'm continuing to talk at them, guest speak, and that's on my docket to keep doing more of that. So maybe one day. Maybe one day. Also, could turn giveaway into actual real life thing. Your 100-mile before I get jumped. In the chat, having a laugh with the Apex. I'd rather enter the lottery. Oh, you're funny. Yeah. OBS crashing now, is it? I hope not. Get another top 1 Lucid account this weekend. Nice, man. Too cheap for everyone. My duck looks like German police. Who said that? Maybe. I don't know. I don't know what German police looks like. Let's see who's taking it. You can't break out too early with the ducks, man. A lot of ducks get stop run towards the end of the race, man. So you can't break out too early. But before we wrap up here, guys, because it's 30 seconds to go, we'll see who's taking the W. Remember, I'm live here almost every damn day. Hop in Discord for the live schedule. I am not live here with you guys tomorrow, working on some of the stuff that I was talking about earlier. I will be trading. I'll keep you guys updated in Discord. Feel free to hop in. Link is pinned to the top of the chat. If you're not in the duck races today, hop in Discord. Be in them next week. Like I said, I don't know. Maybe we get some more accounts rolling. I don't know. Whoa, Tushar at the top. The number 19, the number 27 duck taking the W. Mahajan. I am so sorry, guys. I have no idea how to pronounce your names ever. We got a W from Tushar. Let me go ahead and find this one. Throw the W's in the chat. Spam the chat with Dubskis. Tushar taking the W, man. Awesome to see it. Awesome to see it. Tushar, you are the winner of a 25K Lucid Pro. The other gentleman, Rob, won a 25K. This way I don't F it up. Lucid Flex. These will come from me, guys. I will talk to you after this. Watch out for scammers and spammers. I'm never DMing and hitting everybody up asking to manage your money and for you to send me crypto, and then I'll send it back, and then there's a Somalian prince that needs rescuing. WWW, there you go. W's in the chat. W's in the chat. Taking it. Awesome. Have a great afternoon. Thanks again for all your work. Yeah, guys, listen. I appreciate you, man. We had an awesome day trading. Love to hop on here and take a dubski with you guys. It's epic. Y'all are awesome. Thank you for being here. We mapped out another beautiful one on NQ. Just not quick enough to the draw. I don't know, guys. I kind of think that was a pretty good spot to get long. I don't know. What do I know? My bad. I appreciate you guys hopping on. You don't get paid for calling out trades. Remember that. You only get paid for the trades you put on. Appreciate you guys hopping on. You're awesome. Check out Lucid. Code RDF. Check out, that was the Tradeify Grand Cup. Check out Tradeify, code RDF. Check out Top 1 Futures, code RDF. Check everybody else out that you see on the screen at the top. If you want the best deals, meeting or beating all of the best deals at all of those favorite prop firms, man. Feel free to check them out. Remember, guys, hop in Discord. Link is in the chat. I got a lot cooking. A lot of stuff cooking. Stay updated in Discord. Follow along socials. RealDealFutures.com for everything. Social media links. All the podcasts, all the best deals from all the prop firms and software and everything that I use. Quick disclaimer, guys. Remember, really important. I'm not a financial advisor. I don't provide financial advice. Nothing I say or do is suggestion or recommendation. Do anything at all. Make sure you do your own research. Make your own trading decisions. Trading's risky. It's a crazy thing to do. Almost nobody makes money that trades. If you trade, you're probably going to lose money. Most traders lose money. Read CFTC Rule 4.41 on simulated trading, which is what this is, even in funded prop firm accounts, and the affiliate and partner disclaimer that I talked about 27 times that says I stand to make money from all those companies that I just listed there. I can't be unbiased if I stand to make money, which I do. Important for me to note that, for you to do your own research and make decisions that are best for you on your own accord, okay? Talk to you guys soon. Y'all are awesome. I will see you here on Monday. Have an awesome weekend. Hop in Discord. I'll keep you guys updated. Talk to you soon.